All right. If you're ready, you should go. Shomen. Shomen ni. Hey. Otsugai ni. Right. All right, so I thought for a change we might do a bit of footwork to begin with. So we're just going to run a different pattern. So we're going to do some diagonal movement. So I want to go 2 steps forwards, 2 steps back. So we're going to start going diagonally. Put my hand down here now. Diagonally right. Yeah, so you're pushing with your left leg. Yeah, and then we're going to go forward again, but to the left. But this time you're going to have to push with this leg. Yeah, and then we're going to go back. So let's go backwards. At this point, push with your left leg, and then backwards to your left. It's pushing with your right foot. Okay. So. Right. So it's just 2 forwards, 2 back. So, hajime, ich, ni, han, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Yeah, man. Hopefully that made your brains think a bit. Okay, so with your shinai, that's a fairly normal route, yeah. So Jogi Buri to begin with. Big cuts from down the back all the way down, touching your back all the way through to about knee level. Hajime, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sich, hatch, kyu, ju. Yeah. Yeah. Wrist circling. So this time, rather than cutting down to chew down, I want to use a cut men coming off it. Yeah, so circle round, men, and cut men. Okay. So alternating sides. Adre. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Sich. Hatch. Kyu. Kyu. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Sich. Hatch. Kyu. Kyu. Yummy. Yeah, Hikitskiburi, as I call it. That's a back leg working on. Yeah. So deep stance. Jodan no Kamai. And as we cut, bring that back leg up. Okay. So Hajime and ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Sich. Hatch. Kyu. Ju. Jich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Change legs. So right foot back. And ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Sich. Hatch. Kyu. Ju. Jich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Yummy. And shake it all out. Lunging Spori. As usual, push yourself, but don't push yourself too hard. For the group that's here, since we've been here since the beginning, you should be getting a reasonable level of flexibility that you didn't have before. And we're now trying to work on getting that, holding the shinai in place and cutting at the last second. Okay, so alternating which leg we put forwards, lunging Sabori, Hajime, ich, ni, san, ji, o, rock, pitch, patch, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, ji, o, rock, pitch, patch, kyu, ju, ich, 1, 2, 3, 4, rock, ditch, hatch, good, good. Now man, go out. For the final bit of this set, Tenucci, so focusing on your arm movement, trying to get some speed back into it, and nice Tenucci is a nice bit of bounce at the end, yeah? So at the end of the cut, there should be just a bit of bounce. Yeah? So cutting down to the chin height and bouncing back up a bit. Okay. Jinakamai. And ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, ke, je, ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, ke, je, ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sich, hatch, ke, je. Yummy. Harakibori. Yeah, so stepping up to the right side to begin with, and then pushing your left foot forwards and your right leg back as you step over to your left-hand side and crossing back again. Okay. Jinakamai. Adre. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Ditch. Hatch. Ke. Je. Ditch. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Ditch. Hatch. Ke. Je. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Ditch. Hatch. Ke. Je. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Ditch. Hatch. Ke. Je. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. O. Rock. Ditch. Hatch. Ke. Je. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Simon, 9 cuts, 1 breath if you can do it. Not sure I'm going to do it today because I'm still vaccine recovering, shall we say. Yeah, the idea is 4 forwards, 5 back, 1 breath. All right. So, Chirana Kamai, big breath in. And itch. Knee. Sam. She. Go. Rock. Shitch. Hatch. Cure. Ju. Judge. Hey. Yes, mate. So 2 forwards, 2 back. Yeah, normal 2 forwards, 2, well, not normal 2 forwards, 2 back. This week, if you can do it, I want you to do the diagonal footwork that we were doing for Sean's benefit. So at the beginning, we did a bit of footwork and we go into sort of forward, right, forward, left, back, right, back, left, rather than, yeah, just to get, so rather than those 2 forwards, 2 back, see if you can cut and move in the diagonal directions, zigzagging up and down a bit. Okay. If you haven't got room or you're worried about walls because you're zigzagging or whatever else, 2 forwards, 2 backwards is absolutely fine. Okay. Chila Nakamai. And itch. Knee. Bam. Chi. Ball. Rock. Sitch. Hatch. Cure. Jur. Itch. E. Sam. Chi. Ball. Rock. Sitch. Hatch. Cure. Knee. Itch. Knee. Sam. She. Ball. Rock. Sitch, hatch, kyu, sanju. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 40. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 50. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 60. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 70. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 80. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 90. Ich, ni, san, shi, o, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 100. Yasame. Right. Final bit of the saburi section. Hi saburi. Same as usual. One good cut and then a pause rather than losing ourselves trying to desperately to bounce backwards and forwards, okay? So, Shirana Kamai, remember you're going to go backwards to begin with. Okay, and ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, 20. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sitch, hatch, kyu, ju. Passiamo il to. Okay. Drink if you need it. Weapon switch, whatever. All right. So, usual thing, Kion Kata. First time through, focusing on movement. Second time through, making it a bit more fluid and a bit more Jigeko style. All right, so sword in your right hand and great. Okay, so the first one, men, kote, or ski. Okay, ippon me, the basic attacks. Right. And again. Couple of random. Good. Kamatoku. Big me to react to. Nihon me, kote do. No, that was last week. Kote men. So, yeah, Nihon me, normally kote men, we're doing kote men. And good. I took it. Sanbon me, harai men. Yeah, so harai on my semi-step. Last one. Good. Can I talk it? Yohame. In this week, we are doing men hiki men. Normally men hiki do, but this week doing men hiki men. Yeah, so men in, and then I will step slightly backwards and open. Okay. So Yohame, men hiki men. Right. Last one. Good. All right, talk it. All right, go on there. Normally men nuki do. So this week we're going to do men nuki men. So I'm going to cut men like usual. So I'd like you to step out to the side. Let's just make sure we clear there. So as I cut men, out to the side and cut back in. Yeah. So as I'm cutting, if you think that the distance is slightly wrong for you, then maybe you can get a very slight step back. But you need to be ready at that point in time to move forwards again, rather than continuing backwards. Because I think that your zanshin looks very weak if you do a sort of, as opposed to being able to move in other directions. Okay. So stepping to the right and cutting men. Gohome, men nuki men. That's one. So do a couple more assembly. Just think about how far to the side you're stepping. I mean, there's a fine line between basically stepping way out of the way, making sure you're clear, but it's a lot slower to being able to make the step to the side a lot smaller, because I think that was about half. I was trying for half the distance, so yeah. So because all you've got to do, if they're cutting straight down the centre, is you need to move half your body width. That's the minimum you need to do. Anything beyond that is safety margin on your part, and depending on how you think they're going to react. But try and think about, especially when we get to the Jigeko version, stepping to the side, yeah, a lot smaller step. Okay, so we'll do a couple more of those with that in mind. So, Shidana Kamai, I'm going to cut men. And you're going to do Nuki men still. And all right, good. All right, dock it. All right, Rop on there. Normally, Kote Suriagi men. I thought we'd have a triplet of men, something men's, so we're going to do men Suriagi men. Yeah, so I'm going to cut men. Nice. Turning it slightly. So there it comes up, round, lifts up, pushes the blade out of the way. Yeah. Always going forwards, no need to put it back, so up, cut down. Okay. Rop on there. Men Suriagi men. 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 Yeah, so you want to try and keep the sword tip pointing forwards, but definitely not going beyond the vertical. So up, so, and then you want to cut from there. You don't, anything beyond about that point, again, is wasted and removes pressure from them because they think, oh, look, it's traveling backwards. Yeah, and this is all extra time that you eventually won't need. And so you really want to up, cut there, and cut, rather than thinking about taking back to the sort of 45 degrees behind you position. Okay? Couple more. Bam. 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 Last one. Bam. Kawatoku. Nanahome. Men dibana kote. Go as soon as you see me move. So there, and I'm moving now, so go then. Don't wait until my sword tip starts to raise. Go on my nose moving for dibana, shoulders moving, whatever you think. So you need to look at take all of me in rather than focusing on one spot. Okay, so nanahon me, men dibana kote. Doku. Up on there. Men kaya shido. Yeah, men kaeshido, hapon ne. Good. Okay. Kihon me. Do uchitoshi men. Do uchitoshi men. Like just the usual technique. Yeah. Oh. 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 Good. Kamatoku. Yeah, that's first time through. Drink if you want it. Right. So second time through, Mochigeko style. Faster. Try and engage with me. Think about how I'm moving in the screen. React a bit, and then as soon as you see the opening, go. All right. Ippon me, men kote go ski. All right. Random. Good. Kamatoku. Nihon me, kote men. Good. Come on, tuck it. All right, men. Sample men. On the semi-step. No. Good. All right, tuck it. Hey, Johan med. This week, men hickey men. Men hickey men. Okay. Good. Tuck it. Hey, go on there. This week is men nookie men. Yeah. So my basic suggestion was go back to your right. If you have a trained response, shall we say, for Jigeko purposes, go with it, practice it. But if you want to try something different, yeah, out to the right. Hey, go on there. Men nookie men. Tuck it. Ropon men, men suriagi men. Good. Tuck it. And none on there. Men divana kote. Men divana kote. doku. Appon me. Men kaeshido. Men kaeshido. Right. Good. Doku. And Kyome do uchitoshi men. Do uchitoshi men. And good. Sankyo. Osamato. Okay, so the day on the 11th, if anybody needs to leave. If not, I said I would look at Form 6 this week, if I can remember it. Yeah. So, Ropome of the Nihon kata set. So this is the only form where Shidachi moves first. So I'll do Shidachi side, Shidachi side. So Shidachi side, you're going to come down to Geidan. When you go down, there's the normal 3 steps in. Shidachi will pressure downwards, you're going to lift your sword up. And you actually want to lift it just slightly off center, because you want to threaten their right wrist just a bit, because it's actually the threat to the right wrist that's going to make Uchidachi go back. Now, I've had senior sensei tell me both ways around for this, and I think the answer is there's a point where it just needs to happen, and if you're doing it well, you can't tell the difference almost between the 2 forms. Yeah. So you get up here, and there's a point where Shidachi needs to basically do the cut, and Uchidachi realizes their own thing, and it doesn't. And I'm going to call it almost simultaneous movement. So you get to Shidachi comes up, and then Uchidachi is going to go back into Jodan. So you're going to step forwards and cover their wrist again, and then they're going to step back into their normal Chudan position, and you follow their sword down, and then they're going to cut kote, and you do suriagi kote. At this point, they've had their wrist removed. They're going to step back, and I don't think it's written any books, but yeah, one of the things, best description I've heard is Uchidachi is going to step back, and we'll call it the cowering. Yeah, they make themselves a bit smaller, head out of the way. Uchidachi will follow up into Jodan. I'm big, you're defeated, Zanshin moment, and then move back to the center and the right distance, gracefully. I don't think I've ever read it, the precision of movements, but as long as you're doing it under control, yeah. So from Uchidachi's side, 1, 2, 3. There's a pressure upwards. He's going to pressure downwards. He realizes he's going to lose his wrist. Comes up. This is where you're covering his wrist, and you need to make sure that you've got that covered. You stepped in, and the tip's there. If you don't step in far enough, then there's no reason for me to do the next step, which is come back down to give myself distance again. Yeah, and then from here, I'm going to cut your wrist. So you're going to do Suriagi Kote, Suriagi Kote. There. And you make that as small as you possibly can. And Sensei will sort of tell you it's too big. And then you've cut my wrist. So I cower. And then, yeah, and then once you had your moment, back to the center line and Chudan. Kamatoku now. Okay, so Uchidachi, Shidachi, yeah. So Chudan Nakamai for both sides. You're going to lower to Geidan. And then 3 steps in. Pressure upwards, thinking about my right wrist. As the main, I'm going to focus downwards so I can control you. I'm not happy. So step in, cover that wrist. Follow my sword down so you went back into Chudan. Yeah. Again, so down to Chudan, steps in, pressure upwards, push downwards. There. Good. And again. Yeah, right. And last time. Ah. Okay, good. And 1 to 5, once each just to finish off. I'm going to continue being uchidachi. If you want to switch roles, you can, but you know, just do each form once. Ah! Nihon me. Ah! Sanbon me. Ah! You're making sure you got room to go back into. Okay. Into, yeah. Ah! Go on, mate. Ah! Thank you. Also, and right. Otagaini. Right. Shomen. Shomen ni. Right. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you.
どうもありがとうございました。
Any questions that I might know the answer